Welcome to a special edition of QuestLore. You've got Matt and
Malcolm.
here. This is our family's first rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if you don't know, Disney Lorcana recently released its ninth set, Fabled. And with that comes rotation. So the first sets, 1 through 4, they're gone. We can't play with those cards anymore in regular core constructed. You can still play with them in Infinity. You can play with them at home. You can do whatever you want with them. Those cards don't have to be burned immediately at the stake. But uh, you can't use them basically usually in your regular everyday league that you're going to go to at your friendly local game store. If you're looking at playing at DLC Milwaukee, they're not going to be available to play with there. You have to play only with sets 5 through 9. For many of us, almost everyone, that's going to mean rebuilding your deck from scratch. So in the past, what we've done for deck building is I'll go on the internet, I'll find some kind of deck that I think that they'll like, and I'll hand them that, and we'll say, go play. With rotation now here and basically everyone having to start from scratch, I thought, hey, let's bring them into the deck building process. Let's have them build a deck that they actually want to play and that they can master. So I'm here with Malcolm today, and we are going to work on building his deck. So, Malcolm,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of deck do you want to build?
I want to play a Ruby, Amber, Racer, Taffeta, Mutton Fudge deck.
Okay, so you want to play a racer deck in Ruby and Amber. We're going to build that right here on Dreeborn. It is a fantastic source for building decks. It has all the cards built into it. You can filter it. So we're going to start by filtering for Amber and Ruby. And then we're going to filter down here. We're going to go legality and say it's only for core constructed. That's going to remove the other sets of cards in there. All right. So we've got only Ruby and Amber cards, only things available for constructed. So you want racer cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're talking about racer cards, like, do you want an aggro deck? Do you want something more mid-range? Like, what are you kind of looking to do?
Um, I want to play like with the Speedway and stuff.
Okay.
Obviously. Because I don't know. I like that.
So let's start by starting for the Speedway. Whoops. Okay, so
We
we
should
got
add
two
all
things.
the enchanteds.
We're not going to add the enchanters because that's not what we're going to buy. Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
we take the Sugar Rush, the starting speedway, and the finish line. Basically, both of those work really well together because you put someone at the starting line, you can exert them and move them to the finish line. And when they're at the finish line, you can basically banish that location. You get 3 lore and you draw 3 cards. It's a pretty great draw mechanic, especially in this format where you don't have as much draw. So we've got our speedways. So great. We got our way to draw power and gain a bunch of lore. So now let's take a look at racers. All right, so we can just type in racers up here and then give me a characteristic of racer. Now, we don't necessarily want to add all racers because there are plenty of other cards that could be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to look for special cards. So let's start with our curve. So let's pick 1 ink and look at what racers we've got at 1 ink. So we've got Vanellope and we've got Taffeta Mutton Fudge. So Vanellope, easy add, right? They're both inkable. We want some 1-drops, so let's add both of those.
Let's go.
All right, let's take a look at our 2-drops. More Vanellopes, more Taffetas, a turbo, which you can shift King Candy onto, though I think the only shiftable King Candy is over in blue, so not really super helpful here. So let's take a look at these cards that we've got. We've got Candlehead, which when this character is banished, you may remove up 2 damage from chosen character, so a healing kind of effect. You don't really have any big butts on here yet, so we can probably stay away from that. Vanellope, this one gives you, whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character gets -1 strength until starting next turn. That can be okay. This one is evasive. It is an evasive meta, so we should probably include this as some answers to that. And then you've got Taffeta Mutton Fudge. She's a 2/2 in Quest for 2. That's not bad, so let's throw her in there as well.
The turbo's good because it's rust, but I don't think I can have many more uninkables, so I want to save my uninkables.
We got to save some uninkables, and I think that is a good call. Okay, so let's go to the 3-cost one. So first we've got this King Candy. When he's banished, you can put a racer back in your deck, back into your hand from your discard. That's not bad to kind of keep up with card draw. Calhoun. When you play this character, you can discard a card to give chosen opposing character -3 and starting your turn. I don't think that's really good. We don't want to get rid of cards in this meta. Gloyd Orange Boar, Zach Bivens' favorite card at won a match at Worlds. When you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore. I don't think it's his favorite card, but he did use it to win a game at Worlds. I think with your kind of, I think it works kind of for your aggro strategy. It's a bit of reach. You can get a bit of lore right off the top, right?
Okay.
So let's throw him in there for now. Wreck-It Ralph, when you play this character, chosen racer character gets +4 strength this turn. That's not bad for fighting it. Let's put that as a maybe for now. We're going to add a bunch of cards, and then we'll subtract afterwards if we get over 60, okay?
I like that Vanellope, when she's out of location, at the start of your turn, you draw and you gain 1 lore.
Yeah, that is pretty good. So we're going to throw her in there as well. This adorable Weasel Pop, Winter Pop, I don't think it's ever going to get much damage on it. People will just take it out. And this Snowana Rainbow, she's a rush, but she's only hitting for 2. You're not going to take a whole lot out there, so let's pass on her for now. So let's go over to your 4 drops. Again, these are only racers, so...
Definitely want that King Candy. That card's really good.
Yeah, so King Candy, let's look at this, because this is going to be your big removals thing. So whenever one of your other racer characters is banished, each opponent chooses and banishes one of their characters. So it basically works as a Be King Undisputed for racers. You've got only racers so far in your deck, so it'd be silly not to add him. Let's take a look at the Shift Vanellope. What does she do again? So she shifts for 2, and you've got a couple of Vanellopes in there. Whenever you play another princess character, all opposing characters get -1 strength until starting next turn. That's not super great here, because you're not playing a lot of princesses, right? You're just playing racers, so she doesn't really work, I don't think, here. You've got Rancis Fluggerbutter. He's just kind of a 4/4 quest for 1. You got Taffeta Mutton Fudge. She's got a shift here. Once per turn, when this character moves to a location, you gain 2 lore. You've got 2 locations out there. You can get some quick bursts of lore. I feel like this is one to add. What do you think?
Yeah.
And you're playing a couple of Taffeta Mutton Fudges, so let's go all out. And then this one, you're already up to 12 uninkables. Yeah, one of them's 1 and 2, but it's kind of iffy. We're going to throw this Rush Vanellope because she is evasive as well. Another evasive answer in your deck. All right. Now we're getting up to the 5 cost. You've got more of a low to the ground type deck, especially with those locations. So I'm not sure how much we're going to add up in these high costs. First, we got Fix It Felix. Whenever you return a racer character from your discard to your hand, you may ready chosen racer character. They can't quest for the next turn. That takes a lot to get going. It doesn't seem very good. Let's take a look what other ones we got. Let's just select all these. Yeah. So you've got the Wreck-It Ralph, right? The Shift Wreck-It Ralph. You're not playing any other. You've got one other Wreck-It Ralph, right? When you play this character, when winning quests, you may return a racer character card with 6 costs or less from your discard to your hand. If you do, gain 1 lore.
That costs too much for that.
It's a lot, though. It is a lot. There's also a Shift Calhoun, but you're not playing any Calhouns. Whenever this character challenges another character, you may return a racer character card from your discard to your hand. You're not playing any Calhoun. It's going to take a lot to get that out. I don't think that that's going to work for this deck. All right, we're up to 48 cards, 16 of which are uninkable. So we need to take a look at other cards. So we're doing some location stuff, right? So I know there is a Minnie Mouse.
Oh, yes, the Mini.
The Pirate Mini. We got to get rid of the racer characteristic. So there's Pirate Mini, right?
Yeah.
But she is an uninkable. Once during your turn, whenever a card is put to your inkwell, you may return a location card from your discard to your hand. Uninkable, though. Let's throw her in for now. We can always reduce. There is another mini card I think might be pretty decent in your deck, and that's this big bodyguard one. So she's a 0/8. She's a bodyguard, but she gets +1 strength for each 1 damage on her. So there's only really 2 removals that deal with strength right now. It's Sisu, and it is Under the Sea. Your deck's already weak to Under the Sea, but it's going to be hard for the more popular decks right now, like Blurple and Purple Steel and Amber Steel, to really deal with her. So I think let's throw some of her in.
Oh, that's the what's it called?
Oh, the promo version?
Yeah, that's the promo.
You can throw the regular version in there. It's not really much. Like, it's like she doesn't even show up as a price available. So then we'll just add some enchanted ones too. Some iconic ones too. Yeah. Just add the iconics just for funsies. Okay, so there is another way to bring locations back, or to find locations. So we got Islands I Pulled from the Sea.
Islands pulled from the sea.
The Islands Pulled from, it's another uninkable though. So we got to find some other ink. Because that's 24 inkables, so we obviously can't.
Maybe we should look up some actions just to see what we've got.
Sure, we can look at actions. That's only, that can't be right. That contains actions. I didn't put the characteristic of action. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So we've got, look at this family, which is a Sing Together 7. Pretty expensive. Be Our Guest can give you some characters and help you find the character that you're looking for. Candy Drift, that's not bad. You can give a character +5 strength this turn. At the end of the turn, you banish them, and you draw a card. So let's throw that in there, because drawing cards is where it is at. I don't think you're a Circle of Life deck,
No.
right? Let's throw Be Our Guest in there for now. I won't give in. Isn't that much help? So much to give. Give a character Bodyguard. Good job. Chosen character gets +1. Don't think. What else are you thinking? What? I don't think you want to do this because you don't want to get rid of your locations,
and that's
right?
more uninkable.
Yeah. And then there's Be King Undisputed, but that's more uninkable stuff. Eye to Eye, not your deck. Thievery. I don't know. I don't think this is an action deck. I think you want characters. I think if it's anything, it's like.
The Be Our Guest.
Yeah. I don't think we want Islands I Pulled from the Sea. Be Our Guest gives you more characters. Candy Drift can get you a card draw, but I think that feels trappish. Because I don't think you want to be able to just banish your characters willy-nilly.
And what does that 4-cost Penelope do again?
She's a rush evasive character. Probably will want to have to lose her because I think the Minnie Mouse is going to be more valuable.
Or maybe even just have 2 of her.
Let's try 2 of her. So we're down to 18. Ew. And we can't cut these. I don't think you can cut this.
So let's cut the whole Penelope then, probably. We don't want too many unequals, I guess. Well, yes. This has got, yeah.
So you're up to 56 cards, so we need a couple more cards. So let's find some evasive stuff, because right now it is a battle for the skies in this middle. So let's see what evasive characters we have. Oh, that's only action still, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so we've got... And let's take out our curve. So we've got a couple 1-drops plus the 1-drop locations. We've got 2-drops plus the 2-drop location. So you're up to like 24 of your cards are 1 and 2s, right? You've got lots of 3s and lots of 4s. So your curve is pretty good. You're kind of maxing out at 4. You're playing locations. Tuk Tuk could be good.
Tuk Tuk could be good. I think that's a good idea.
Let's throw in Tuk Tuk. I think that's a good one.
And then maybe we can look up another location or something.
Well, so we're up to 60 right now.
Okay.
So let's take, what other things don't we have? Evasive answers in Tuk Tuk and Penelope, right? To get some evasive stuff going. We've got some reach with Gloyd and the location stuff. We've got Be Our Guest to give us a couple, to find the characters that we're looking for, right? We've got King Candy as a form of removal. We've got Minnie Mouse as a form of being a bodyguard, right? And then this guy, Taffeta, is gaining some lore. So this is a pretty good starting deck. Is there something that you're thinking might be missing or that we might need to add?
Maybe like, I don't know, like another location, just because there's like a couple people that do stuff with locations and only having 8 locations in the deck.
Well, let's see what locations we've got. Oh. All right, so locations are a little limited. So let's see. Atlantica, no, you're not singing stuff. 100 Acre Island, during a opponent's turn where a character is banished while here, gain 1 lore. It's just so low that they'll just get rid of the location. Let's see, do we have maybe a 1-cost location at all? Rapunzel's Tower isn't bad. Your characters get +3 strength while here, but it's cost 2 and 1 to move. Pride Lands. You could play a character from your discard for free if they banish this location to play a character. Let's see, you got to move 3 characters here. That's like 6 ink. That's very not great. Skull Rock. Characters get +1 strength while here at the start of your turn. If you have a pirate character here, gain 1 lore. You're not playing pirate, so you're not really utilizing that to its full advantage. You could play Agrabah, but it's 3 ink.
And it'll get destroyed super easily.
I mean, it's 5 strength, so if they're destroying that, they're not destroying your characters. And there's not a whole lot of people hitting for a whole lot. I mean, the biggest one that you're going to run into is Scrooge over in Brookville. He's a 5/5. He could hit it in 1 whiff. I mean, you could have some people doing Lilos and Jafars to buff up their smaller characters to hit it. So yeah, it's probably going to go down pretty easy. I'm not sure there's another decent location.
I do like Rapunzel's Tower, but I don't like it being 2, but... I'm
It's
not
just because you're
sure.
not getting any lore from you playing it, so you have to
I
take off
guess.
time to
Yeah.
play it. I feel like you want to play a character, right? Like that's
Mhm.
what you need to be
Okay.
playing, right? As a character. So that's I'm kind of off the location. What else do you think? Do you think we looked at actions? I don't think they really work great
Mhm.
in your deck. I think Be Our Guest works, and for draw between that, the locations, the Vanellope,
Mhm.
right? Between those things, I think that's kind of where you want to stick. Anything else? Any other cards you could think of in Ruby or Amber? I mean, the only other thing I could think of would be really throwing in some more aggro cards, but those are all going to be unequal too.
Mhm.
And I think you need King Candy and the locations and Minnie Mouse to
Mhm.
really be effective.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I like it.
All right, let's take a look at
Why'd they have to get rid of Pirate Piglet?
it. Malcolm Speed Racers. Let's save that. Take a look at it. What do you think about starting with there, and we'll build from there? Let's give this a try week 1, and then we'll go on from that. What do you think? It's okay?
That looks good.
Okay, great. All right, so thank you so much for joining us on this episode of QuestLore. We will be back with additional deck building as both Emmett and Jen need to build their decks as well. I'm more of a meta deck player, so you can probably just look up what the most popular meta decks are, and that's one of the things I'll be playing, and I'll switch between them. We appreciate you so much. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. If you have any suggestions for a racer deck, leave comments below. It was a lot of fun building this with you guys. We'll check you out next time on QuestLore.
Oswald, wait no, Pirate Piglet reprint please.